Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Miles J. McDonald, and welcome to my class. It's time to learn something. What is good, everyone? It's your boy Miles, and welcome back to another video or vlog, whatever you want to call it. Today is simple, man. I'm just going to put y'all on some $1 million game. I've had lots and lots of requests for people asking me to tutor them on their business. And as much as I would love to give everybody personalized, individualized training, it's just too much work. So I decided I'm just gonna make a video for you guys. And this video isn't for anybody who's already deep into it. This is more for the beginners. And I'm just gonna give you just some quick and simple steps just to put you on the right track. That way, we all gonna get rich together. Let's get it. Yes, okay? It seems kind of dumb, but it's actually a very important step. And that's why I made it the first step, because it's the preface, okay? So 9 times out of 10, if you're watching this video, you're already accomplished the step, whether it's 50% of it or 100% of it, okay? Even if you just have a little bit of an idea of what you want your business to become, you're already starting to make great progress. Every great thing starts with a great idea. Now that you have that idea, you can begin moving into the visualization stage. And visualizing what you want your business to become, therefore you can become calculated in the steps you take to get there. For me, I would sit for hours just thinking about designs or thinking about what I want to do as far as pop-ups or celebrities I would like to collaborate with. And you might not think that this is a good thing. You might feel like you're wasting time. You're not putting forth any steps towards progress. But every great thing, and I'll repeat it again, I'll repeat it 100 times, every great thing starts with a great idea. Now you just gotta visualize and manifest it. I'm not gonna go into crazy detail about this one because it's pretty simple. Your name is the first impression people have of your business. Therefore, if they don't like your brand name, they aren't gonna like your clothes. Even if they don't see your clothes, you can tell them your name, and based off that, they're automatically gonna start making a judgment of what they feel like your clothes are gonna look like. Think of your favorite brands, okay? Their name is as iconic, if not more, than the clothes they put out. It's simple. Great brands have great names. The reason in which you need a good logo is because your logo and your brand name work hand in hand in building a great visual perception of your business. For businesses, it's very important to build a good first impression, okay? So you have to ask yourself, how can I allow my logo and my brand name to tell the story of my business before I even showcase what I'm selling? Okay, before I go into these last 2 steps, I want to give you 3 honorable mentions, okay? And these are 3 things that are super undervalued because people don't realize that they need to do these things in beginning steps. Mind you, you don't need to do them, but if you do these things, it would definitely give you an extra push or extra advantage over your competition. Number 1, you want to start a social media following before you start selling products. If you're someone who has a good personal following, allow your personal Instagram to act as a teaser, okay? Like start posting teasers, start posting mock-ups of your t-shirt designs, start posting some pictures of people wearing your t-shirts. That way you build up anticipation. Number 2, build a website. And I know this might not be something that people think they need in the beginning steps, but the reason I say this is because doing business over a direct message or over text is very difficult. Build a website, therefore you're not only building a professional image, you're also allowing as little questions to be answered. People know what the product looks like, people know the sizes you offer, people also know the price and any other details you want to add on your product page. I didn't do this, and it set me back only because I had to not only give people my cash app whenever I wanted to do transactions, but I had to also keep mental count and mental inventory over my stuff. Number 3, and this is a super honorable mention because you don't even need to do this nowadays. Learn how to design for yourself. When I first started, I did a lot of my designs on paper, okay? However, I taught myself how to use Adobe Photoshop to make it easier for myself to send mock-ups of my designs to my vendors. I only say do this step on your own because this allows you to cut down any unnecessary costs when it comes to seeking out other people to make your designs for you, okay? There are now websites such as Fiverr that allow you to go and give people your money to give them ideas and allow them to give you designs. However, that's extra cost, and a lot of times we're working with a fixated budget in the beginning stages of our business. Okay, before I go into the last two steps, I want to give you 3 additional steps that are optional. You don't have to do these in the beginning, but if you do, it definitely gives you a little bit of a competitive advantage, okay? Number 1, start a social media of your business before you start selling products. This way, you allow yourself to give some hype, okay? When I was starting my business, I made my Instagram account probably a month before I started selling products. And on that account, I started posting teasers of my designs, pictures of me in mock-ups. That way I build anticipation. Number 2, start a website, okay? There's websites that you can do that might be $30 a month, it might be $10 a month. And whereas you might not see it as a necessity, it makes you as an entrepreneur not only seem more professional, but it also helps you as far as organization. When I first started Uninfluenced Youth, I did a lot of business over direct message. And while it seemed more convenient at the time, I realized it was time consuming. Not only was I have to constantly look at my messages, I will also have to tell people a lot of things over and over again. And that came from me telling them the sizes, me telling them the price, any additional details as far as weight of the product, material, and inventory. I had to mentally keep inventory in my head because I needed to immediately be able to tell them what I have available so I can try to get that sale as quick as possible. For your website, that gives everything all in one page. That way people have as little possible questions, okay? Number 3, and this is super optional, okay? Because a lot of people I know don't even do this. Learn how to design for yourself. When I first started making designs back freshman year, I did a lot of drawing on paper. Over time, I built skills on Adobe. Therefore, it was easier for me to visualize what the t-shirt could actually look like. It was also easier for me to send my design to my vendor. However, if you're a person who doesn't see the value, I'm not gonna say this person doesn't see the value. If you're someone who's like, I don't know how to use Photoshop, I don't wanna waste time learning, I wanna immediately start doing designs now, there are websites such as Fiverr that allow you to go look for graphic designers. And a lot of times there are a lot of Instagram pages where people do commissions for designs. So those are just 3 tips that are optional, that are eventually something you're gonna have to do in the later stages. But if you do them now, it helps you progress a lot easier. All right, I'm gonna be real with you. This industry is not for everyone. And the only reason I'm saying that is because a lot of times people don't have patience. People don't realize that a lot of times, whereas your business might be popping for January through April, May through July, your business might not have any sales. But that shouldn't discourage you in order to keep on going from August to December and continue going, okay? If this isn't something that you truly can see yourself thugging it out, because I'm telling you, the way it works is your first couple releases, your friends, your family, your supporters are gonna support you, right? The hardest period is releases 4 through 9. Because 4 through 9 is when people are like, okay, I already supported you, I already bought the clothes, so you can't say I don't support them. And that's when you really start to be able to understand how this game goes, okay? But are you willing to take that and still have the same motivation every day to continue to go? You have to stay persistent. And this is something I've had to teach myself over the past couple of years because I've been super discouraged because I felt as though my business was going nowhere. And I had to ask myself a couple times, is this really what I want to do? In the end, you have to be able to sacrifice your, I'm going to take my time, I want to figure out the right word. Sacrifice your feelings as far as feeling like your business should be, where your business should be. Because the beauty, and this is also going to be a con of your business, is that the success of your business is determined by if people want to buy your products or not. You can make the most beautiful collection in your eyes, but if no one buys it, it's not going to sell. Stay persistent and stay hungry. Because if you don't do these 2 things, if you don't stay persistent, you don't stay hungry, you don't stay motivated, you are not going to see success in the end. last but certainly not least, I know I said that brand name might be the most important step in the beginning stages, but I actually believe that this is the most important. And this is not only the most important step in your business, because this principle transcends business. This is the most important step in your life, okay? It kind of goes hand in hand with number 4, and staying persistent. You have to believe in yourself, okay? Because if you don't believe in yourself, in order to accomplish the goals and what you have for yourself and the goals of what you set, step number 1, when you visualize the idea of your business, no one is going to believe in you. I know if everyone's heard it. If you don't believe in yourself, no one will. And it's true. Because in the times in which I have had the most self-doubt in my business, as well as in my personal beliefs, there's been the biggest periods of stall and the biggest periods of plateau in which I feel like my business wasn't going anywhere. There can be times in which I don't have sales for weeks, but I know the end goal that I have for myself, and I have no choice but to believe in myself. I struggled with the idea of dropping out and doing my business full time for months. And in order to do what I had to do, I realized that not only did I have to be motivated, and not only did I have to wake up every morning with the idea of how can I get myself 1% better than I was yesterday, I realized that every day I had to believe in myself. Because if I didn't believe in myself for 1 second, I was going to fail. You can tell yourself and you can try to trick yourself into believing that your success is imminent and that you're eventually going to be that $1 million business. But if you don't believe it, mentally, you're never going to hit that goal. You're never going to cross that plateau, okay? So aside from everything I said, aside from having an idea, aside from having a great brand name, aside from having a great logo, a website, design, all of that, none of that matters and none of that will succeed unless you believe it. So that's all. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's watched this video. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below for any other video suggestions you might have and any other questions you might have, and I'll try to answer as many questions as possible. Peace.